Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are here in another wonderful English class. We are going to continue with making small talk. We will do a little bit of reading. Today we're going to infer. Infer means to try to figure out, try to guess what things means, the meaning of words. Sometimes as we learn English, as we acquire a new language, we are not sure of every single word. So what you want to do is continue reading, and the readings and the words around the word that you don't know can help you find the meaning of the word or the sentence per se. Okay, so that is inferring, when you're trying to guess the meaning of a sentence, the meaning of a word or a thought. Okay, inferring. So that's what we're going to do today. These are the questions that we are going to cover. Let's see. These are the questions that we're going to cover. Everyday topics. Which information will help you understand it? Religion. Which information will help you understand it? Okay. So those are the questions that we are going to be covering based on this reading. So I'm going to read to you. Notice that here each one of these lines are numbered in this paragraph. You have all the way to line 20. So if you see a word that you are not familiar with, try to see the words that are around it, okay, to make you help you understand the meaning. All right, so let's begin. Small talk. What did you talk about at work today? Work, of course, but you probably also had a conversations about the traffic or the weather. You made small talk. You talk about everyday topics. What do Americans talk about at work? Not just traffic and the weather. They talk about TV programs, sports, shopping, and weekend plans. People also ask for recommendations. Is there a good restaurant around here? Or, do you like your cell phone? I need a new one. What don't they talk about? Religion and politics. Don't ask about a coworker about, are you a Christian, or who did you vote for? People also don't want to ask them personal questions. Don't ask about new boyfriend, for example, unless you and your coworker are good friends. Knowing when to make a small talk is important. A good time is in the morning when people get to work. You can also make small talk during breaks. Don't make small talk all day long. Remember, you are at work to work. Making small talk is a skill, and it can help you on the job. It shows your employer you have good people skills, and that is important. So, as you notice, you had some words here that you probably were not very familiar, but for most of the part of this reading, I think were okay, right? So, for example, let's talk about the word probably. Probability, okay? Probably is an adverb. Probably, okay? Maybe. That's another word. That's another meaning of that word. Made, small talk, right? To make. But this happened in past tense, right? You made small talk. You talked, past tense, about everyday topics. What's everyday topics? Everyday topics are anything that you can talk about, okay? Like sports, weather, or traffic, right? Anything that really doesn't require so much more deep thinking. Let's see about another word that might be a little bit of weekend plans. What's weekend plans? Weekend plans could be anything, right? Any plans that you have to go to the beach, to go to a restaurant, or to simply take a walk, a stroll in the park. What are some other words right here? For example, remember this word? This is a very important word because help you expand and provide details. Okay, unless. Remember the word unless? Unless, okay, yeah. What are some other words that you can look around? Skill. The meaning of skill. Skill, another meaning, another word for skill will be ability. The abilities that you have, right? You can have some good interpersonal abilities. That means that you can talk well with other people. You can have cooking abilities, cooking skills. You cook well. You know how to cook. You can have sports abilities, skills in different things, right? That you are really good about. All right, so now based on this reading, let's infer. Okay, let's infer. He says here, line 5. Let's go to line 5. You talk about everyday topics. Okay, everyday topics. What is everyday topics? A, topics people never talk about. B, topics people talk about all the time. What is everyday topics? Correct. Topics people talk about all the time. Number 2, which information help you understand it? What did you talk about at work today? B, but you probably also had conversations about the traffic or the weather, right? The weather and traffic are everyday topics, so that would be a good answer. Religion, it's in line 11. If you look here, what do they talk about? Religion and politics? Don't ask a coworker about it, right? So, religion, what's religion about? The things you believe in or the clothes you wear? The things you believe in, right? Which information help you understand it? Are you a Christian? Or who did you vote for? Which one of these questions help you understand religion? The question, are you a Christian? Remember, these questions might not be appropriate to us, right? Okay, so let's show all answers. That is correct. So let's go to 7, and I'm going to ask you here to tell me if these questions are appropriate to use. These topics are okay to discuss during a small talk. Okay, so here, did you see the baseball game last night? Is this question okay? Yes? Why? Give me examples. All right, provide that in RBA FED format. Next question. I voted for Bill Thompson. When someone says something like that in a small talk, is this appropriate? Yes? No? Why? Give me an example. Next one. I saw a great movie on TV last night. Is this appropriate to talk about movies that you saw on TV as a small talk? Yes? No? Why? Give me an example. Next one. I heard you're Muslim. Is that true? Is this religion? Is this okay to talk about in small talk? Yes? No? Why? Give me an example. Why don't you have any children? Is that a good personal question to ask someone in a small talk? Yes or no? Tell me why. Give me specific examples. All right. Let's go to the next ones. I heard you on the phone with your husband. Are you having problems? Is that question appropriate to ask someone while discussing something in a small talk? Yes? No? Maybe? Why? Give me an example. And last but not least, there was so much traffic today. Is that okay to talk about the traffic with someone in a small talk situation, conversation? Yes? No? Tell me why. Give me examples. All right? So based on that, let's see. What do you suggest? I'm going to show you the answers. Okay? And I'll tell you why. Did you see the baseball game last night? Is this appropriate to ask someone? Yes. Sports is an everyday topic that you can talk to and usually don't get people to upset, right? Although some people are fanatics. So an example would be oh, did you see the baseball game yesterday? The Yankees beat the Red Sox. For example, in the ninth inning, it was tied, but somebody hit a home run and the Yankees won. Notice how I'm a little biased because I'm a Yankee fan. But this is topics that you can talk about, right? How about I voted for Bill Thompson. Is that appropriate to talk about politics? Not so much. In a small talk, we don't. It's not recommended to talk about politics, right? Although we live in a very political important time in history, so it might be okay to talk about politics depending on the situation, but not with strangers, okay? Because that can create a little drama. Number 3, I saw a great movie on TV last night. Is that okay? Appropriate to talk about? Yes, TV is an everyday topic, right? You can talk about everyday topics like in TV. For example, you can talk about Netflix series. You can talk about regular cable series or shows that you have in common that you watch together. I heard you're Muslim is the question number 4. Is that true? Is that appropriate to ask someone about religion in a small talk conversation? Probably not, right? That also can create a little bit of drama when discussing about different religious beliefs. Number 5, why don't you have any children? I think that's a little bit of a personal question, therefore it's not appropriate. No, you don't ask someone in a small talk unless it's your friend, right? You're close. And the last question is number 6. I heard you on the phone with your husband. Are you having problems? No, it is personal questions. So you shouldn't be asking these questions, right? It's not appropriate. It's not recommended to ask this type of questions. And finally, last one, there was so much traffic today. Yes, traffic is an everyday top topic that you can talk about. And because simply it's okay to talk about this type of stuff, right? So now I'm going to ask you one by one to give me your answers, okay, about these questions, okay? Tell me the reason why and provide me examples of each one of them, okay? So I will ask you individually and I can wait to hear your examples, why it is appropriate or it's not recommended to talk about this type of topics.